Here are the crypto top headlines covered in this video. Coinbase files petition for review after SEC rejects rulemaking petition. Next, Ripple Exec predicts crypto landscape shifts in 2024. Also, Tether responds to U.S. lawmakers' calls for DOJ action. Welcome to Crypto Top Headlines, where there's no clickbait thumbnails or titles, and no speeches on my opinions, just bringing crypto's news to you. We are a new channel here on YouTube, and would greatly appreciate it if you would click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. It does help support the channel, so thank you in advance for doing so. Now, on to these headlines. Our first top headline, Coinbase files petition for review after SEC rejects rulemaking petition. Coinbase Chief Legal Officer Paul Grewal warned that Coinbase would take legal action earlier Friday. Coinbase officially filed a legal challenge to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's denial of its rulemaking petition from 2022. Coinbase Chief Legal Officer Paul Grewal posted on X about the filing, saying, "Promise made, promise kept." Grewal called the decision arbitrary and capricious. In its petition for review, Coinbase argued that the SEC's denial is an abuse of discretion on contrary to law, in violation of the Administrative Procedure Act. The Commission's refusal to engage in rulemaking, even while it continues a campaign of regulation by enforcement against Coinbase and others that exceeds its statutory authority, flouts the APA and fundamental principles of fairness it embodies, Coinbase said. The July 2022 petition was filed by Coinbase arguing that crypto needs an updated rulebook to guide companies, and crypto assets that are not securities need the certainty of being outside those rules. After the SEC didn't respond to the petition and Coinbase received a Wells notice, the exchange took things further and filed a writ of mandamus with the Third Court. Coinbase filed its petition for review in the same docket. Coinbase gave the SEC 2 requests for action earlier this year, with the SEC declining to give them regulatory clarity. The SEC also has an open lawsuit against Coinbase. It claims the company operated an unregistered exchange while offering and selling unregistered securities. It also targeted its staking product. SEC Chair Gary Gensler said on Friday that he agreed with the SEC's decision to deny Coinbase's rulemaking petition. The Commission and its staff are currently pursuing numerous undertakings applicable to crypto asset securities and intermediaries, and the Commission's assessment of whether, and if so, how to alter the existing regulatory regimen may be informed by the results of these initiatives, he said. Coinbase's Grewal said, "No one looking fairly at our industry thinks the law is clear or that there isn't more work to do." Our next top headline, Ripple Exec predicts crypto landscape shifts in 2024. Stuart Alderoty predicts the possible resolution of Ripple's SEC lawsuit and U.S. lawmakers agreeing on the need for crypto regulations. Ripple Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderoty has shared insights on the future of the cryptocurrency landscape in 2024. He discussed predictions about Ripple's legal dispute with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, the judiciary's influence on crypto regulations, and potential legislative challenges in the U.S. Congress. Alderoty predicts the possible resolution of Ripple's lawsuit with the SEC in 2024, and he cautions against the SEC's persistent regulation by enforcement strategy, highlighting its potential consequences for the crypto industry. Alderoty predicts a significant role for the judiciary in curbing SEC overreach, suggesting that ongoing legal conflicts could escalate to a confrontation in the U.S. Supreme Court. On regulations, Alderoty expects U.S. lawmakers to agree on the need for crypto regulations. However, he expects a deadlock in implementation, which could leave U.S. crypto firms vulnerable while other countries advance in regulatory clarity and innovation. The SEC filed a lawsuit against Ripple Labs and its current and previous CEOs in 2020. The SEC alleged that the executives held an initial public offering of XRP, which it claims was an unregistered security at the time. According to the lawsuit, Ripple raised funds by selling XRP tokens in unregistered security offerings to investors in the U.S. and worldwide. However, in July, Ripple scored a legal victory against the SEC as a judge granted summary judgment in favor of Ripple Labs, ruling that the XRP token is not a security, but only in regard to programmatic sales on digital asset exchanges. However, the SEC also managed to notch a victory of its own, as the federal judge ruled that XRP is a security when sold to institutional investors, as it met the conditions set in the Howey test. Major U.S. exchanges have since relisted XRP, sparking an impressive 83% year-to-date surge in the token's value. Crypto analysts and fans argue that Ripple's legal clash with the SEC hindered its growth and acceptance in the United States. Pro-XRP attorney John Deaton asserted that the lawsuit was weaponized, stating that evidence from the past 3 years supports this claim. Despite Ripple's global success, he says the case harmed XRP adoption in the United States. Our next top headline: Tether responds to U.S. lawmakers' calls for DOJ action. Tether has reacted to lawmakers' requests for DOJ action over its stablecoin use, claiming it wants to be a world-class partner to the U.S. Tether, the company behind the stablecoin Tether, or USDT, disclosed letters directed to the U.S. legislators addressing requests for intervention by the Department of Justice in relation to the illicit use of its stablecoin. The communications were sent to members of the U.S. Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs and the U.S. House Financial Services Committee on November 16th and December 15th, detailing Tether's commitment to fighting illicit use of stablecoins. The letters aimed to answer calls from Senator Cynthia Lummis and Representative French Hill from October, urging the DOJ to carefully evaluate the extent to which Binance and Tether are providing material support and resources to support terrorism. The lawmakers made the remarks after Hamas launched a coordinated attack against Israel on October 7th, which they suggested was supported in part by illicit crypto transactions, providing significant terrorism financing. As part of its response, Tether stated that it has a Know Your Customer, or KYC, program, a transaction monitoring system, and a proactive approach to identifying suspicious accounts and activities. We have always assisted law enforcement when called upon to act, and we remain fully committed to continuing to work proactively with agencies globally. Tether has and will assist in identifying and freezing addresses subject to sanctions, engaged in illicit activity, or engaged in any form of terrorist financing. In addition, Tether noted that clients' reviews do not end with their onboarding claiming to use surveillance monitoring tools to continuously track client activity. In particular, Tether uses the Reactor tool from Chain Analysis and receives secondary market risk reports from this company. These surveillance tools are considered to be the leading options for blockchain surveillance and are used by many U.S. government agencies to surveil activity on the blockchain. In a related development, Tether announced on December 9th that it had initiated a voluntary wallet freezing policy, offering secondary market controls to freeze activity connected with sanctioned persons on the United States Office of Foreign Assets Control, or OFAC, Specially Designated Nations, or SDN, list. Previously, in 2022, Tether had refused to proactively freeze wallets associated with irregular activities. However, the intense crackdown on crypto firms in the U.S. and across the world prompted the company to rethink its strategy. Tether seeks to be a world-class partner to the U.S. as we continue to assist law enforcement and expand dollar hegemony globally, noted Tether's CEO, Paolo Ardino. The scrutiny of crypto firms in the U.S. over 2023 favored USDT's market share, which sits at $90 billion at the time of writing, according to CoinMarketCap. So this concludes our top headlines. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you all for watching Crypto Top Headlines, bringing crypto's news to you.